Good morning to you today. Welcome to Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, where we bring the headlines to life. It promises to be an exciting day today. I'm your host. My name is Chioma Innocent. I'm sitting in for Jude Ikami Jude. You know that every week we always bring you the biggest stories, the stories on the front pages of the major newspapers right here in Nigeria. I hope you're fine today. A lot of people have been complaining recently about Nigeria's economy. Protests have been staged. The Take It Back movement was on the road yesterday to express their displeasure on some of the policies of the federal government, including the repeal of the Cybercrime Act, which is one of their demands. Anyway, let's delve right into the major newspapers this morning. This is Front Page Review. My name is Chioma Innocent. You're welcome. Today we'll begin with the front page of Punch newspapers, where there are quite a number of stories. First up, local government autonomy. Governors block council chairman from opening CBN accounts. Naira shed 2.6% in March despite $668 million CBN intervention. Police bust Lagos baby factory, rescue 10 victims. EFCC nabs fraudster buying bank accounts. Buying Nigerians' bank accounts. Can you imagine? Whatever happened to the security of the information that we give to our banks when we go to register with them? Customs crackdown on smugglers in Adamawa, Taraba nets 195.7 million naira. Still on the front pages of Punch newspapers, factional firestorm. Obi Aburi camps clash over parallel NEC meetings. And also, anger as police disrupt protests, deploy choppers against protesters. My selection as Alafin divine, not political. That's according to Oba Owade, who was crowned the 46th Alafin of Oyo on Saturday. 2027, APC governors visit Buhari amid associate defection to the SDP. And the U.S. imports $643 million Nigerian goods in 2 months. That is according to a report also on the front page of Punch newspapers. We'll now head into Daily Post, where the story that's taken the front banner is Trump tariff. Experts raise concerns as global downturns hit Nigeria. Nigeria's economy seems to be placed over the edge. We could say over the ravaging impact of American President Trump administration's tariff, which some people say is wreaking havoc on global stocks and economies. Also on the front page of Daily Post newspaper, Labour Party, Abure-led NEC threatens to sanction Peter Obi with stiffer penalty. Interestingly enough, about a week ago, Peter Obi granted an interview where he said that there is no crisis within the Labour Party. If indeed there is no crisis within the party, how come the Abure-led National Executive Council is threatening to sanction him with stiffer penalty? There were reports yesterday that he and Abia State Governor Alex Oti actually called for a meeting of NEC. Let's see how that pans out. Also on the front page of Daily Post this morning, suspected pirate abduct 5 passengers in rivers or waterways. We do hope that security agencies will actually swoop in on that one. Also, tragedy as singer Kekere Jesu. 3 other popular gospel ministers die in Ogun accident. I saw this story and it was just so painful. That's so tragic. We do hope that the soul of the deceased will rest in peace. Also on the front page of Daily Post newspaper, 50% tariffs. You can threaten us to bow. China fires back at Trump. And Rivers Assembly Inferno. Acquitted suspects alleged pressure to implicate Fubara's COS. All right. We're moving into the front page of the Nation newspapers, where the latest news is court adjourns Biden's executive tax evasion trial to April 30. Also, Edo governorship battle shifts to appeal court. Alafin Wade extend olive branch to contestants. Edo Assembly gets new majority leader and chief whip. Federal government allays fears over 14% Trump trade tariff. How can Nigerians' fears actually be allayed with the current state of the economy? All it seems a lot of Nigerians are saying we've been getting his promises. Tertiary institution workers give Ayedatiwa 14-day ultimatum to pay minimum wage. That's in Ondo State. Police disperse protesters in Abuja and Port Harcourt. On these tertiary institution workers giving Governor Ayedatiwa a 14-day ultimatum to pay minimum wage. You also recall that about 2 weeks ago, there was a protest against insecurity in Akure, the Ondo State capital. Just in, singer Kekere Jesu, fiancé, 2 other gospel ministers confirmed dead in Ogun accident. That is quite a tragic one. We do hope that the authorities will look into the cause of that to forestall further incident. We now move into the front pages of the Sun newspaper, where we have the story: police arrest tear gas protesters in Abuja, Rivers, Lagos, and others. Of course, you know that the Take It Back movement actually took to the streets in protest across various states of the country yesterday. Also, we have Akpoti Uduagon recall plot embarrassing. That is according to TMG. All right. TMG is the Transitioning Monitoring Group, which has described as embarrassing for Nigeria the recall attempt to Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduagon, who you know was suspended from the Senate. All right, we're still on the front pages of Sun newspaper, where police arrest and tear gas protesters in Abuja, Rivers, and Lagos yesterday. On the front page of Sun newspaper, we have other stories. Labour Party crisis deepens as Obi and Abure camp clash. Clamps trade tackles. That is a clash. Hashim Lords Tinubu's appointments of Ojulari and Kida. You can find all of those stories on the front page of the Sun newspaper. APC stronger, united for 2027 elections, says progressive governors. Also, stop foreign trips, focus on fixing domestic issues. CUPP urges Tinubu. And why I want to be PDP's national vice chairman, Ajia. Yes, all of the stories can be found on the front page of the Sun newspaper. We'll take the Vanguard right now. On the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, we have Cybercrime Act emergency rule protest. Police and protesters clash in Abuja and Port Harcourt. Also, Labour Party crisis. Abure Peter Obi Otis summon separate NEC meetings. Global tariff war. Federal government will review impact on Nigeria. That's according to the coordinating minister of the economy, Wale Edun. Also, Naira depreciates 1,629 Naira per dollar in official market. Also, Lagos police bust baby factory, rescue 10 victims, arrest 3 operators. For one, I'm very elated about this story, and I hope that the people who perpetrated this evil act will actually be brought to book, made to face the full wrath of the law. Suspected cultists hack businessman to death in Ondo, 3 others arrested. That's on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. Global tariff war, federal government review impact on Nigeria. It was overblown. Dele Momodu debunks arrest story about billionaire Benedict Peters. NNPC leadership, agenda for fall trade oil giant by the Kuku Peter side. All of that can be found on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. And finally, we'll take the Guardian newspaper. Trump's trade war fuels recession fears, disrupts federal government's 55 trillion naira fiscal plan. This is after the government is trying to allay Nigerians' fears that it doesn't matter what Trump is saying about the tariffs, we've got you economically. But do a lot of Nigerians believe that? EU pledges 300 million pounds to support Nigeria's fight against terrorism. Obi Oti lead charge as Labour Party enters make or break showdown. Amnesty International demands probe into police assault on protesters, want Cybercrime Act repealed. And the 2025 Hajj confusion as federal government debunks report on Saudi entry ban on Nigeria and 13 others. Yes, that's it on the newspaper review segment this morning. I'll actually be joined very, very shortly by Rufai Oseni, who will be delving into some of these issues, analyzing them, and giving you his own perspective. Do stay tuned. This is the front page review right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm your host. My name is Choma Innocent. Do stay tuned while we connect with Rufai Oseni. You're still tuned into the front page review right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm now being joined by Rufai Oseni, who will actually be giving his own analysis and perspective on the issues that made major headlines this morning. Good morning, Rufai. Thank you so much for joining me.
Morning, my sister. On a day like this, which is my birthday, I just felt I wanted to be quiet.
Oh, happy birthday, Rufai. Wow, this is how we get to find out.
But the truth is, we can't just but talk about the issues in Nigeria. And for me, my constant dedication to Nigeria and the fact that I really want this country to be good, that's what really endears me a lot. So going to the stories, and thank you so much for the wishes. Going to the stories this morning, the very sad one is, see, my sister, we started to see the effect of this Trump tariff. Now, you see, for all of those that might have leanings towards Trump, I'm not saying do not support anybody you want to support, but you can see that economic effect on America has a reverberating effect around the world. Trump took those tariffs. Since then, we've been panicking. The naira is falling. Today is over 1,620 or something. And the CBN has spent, since Trump declared his tariff till now, the CBN has to inject close to $200 million or over into the naira market. Because you see, once you put tariffs up, it stifles the economic conditions around the world. Our budget benchmark is in the waters today because we benchmarked $75 per barrel. Today, crude oil went as much as $60 yesterday. So we've lost $15 off our budget benchmark. Then all the goods you are supposed to collect dollars on, you can't get them. America too has lost a lot. Over $6 trillion have been wiped off the American markets. All the markets are down in Asia and the like. And China is also saying we're going to retaliate. So China has put on up another 30% tariff. Trump says he's going to add another 50% tariff. So if they don't rein these guys in, a trade war will ensue. And we're going to suffer. I mean, we're already suffering. I'm sure the CBN probably thought that money, they could have deployed it to other good use. And you see, for us that we feel we can grow the economy with portfolio investments, definitely, once all of this happens, the investors will go to places where they can get better rate conditions. So most of your portfolio investment will go, and that's why we've always shouted that portfolio investment, the way the CBN is trying to grow the economy, is not the way forward. You need foreign direct investment. Foreign direct investment, if somebody invests $100 million in a factory, he can't just wake up and go like that as easy as when he can still leave anyway, but it will take him a process to leave. It will take him an extra activity to leave. But a portfolio investment, he's just going to divest his sales and come out of the market. So we're beginning to feel the effect. And you see, for a lot of people that say, yes, he's concerned about his country, man is not concerned about his country. He's just concerned about disrupting the world order to be able to favor his billionaires. The so-called money he claims he wants to save, I'm talking about Donald Trump now. He has lost all that money in the space of 2 days. And it has started to affect us. And while we are talking of all of this, our politicians are still busy playing politics. Abure, the court judgment was clear on Abure, but all of a sudden, Abure too has started up a faction. Now they are saying they are going to direct disciplinary committee to sanction LP presidential candidates, Peter Obi and Alex Oti. But the court has ruled. In fact, I've had to put the ruling of the court on my page to hear what they recorded. This was what the judges were saying in court. The judgment is as clear as light and day. And I don't know, there's this new habit now. Once you give a judgment against somebody, the two parties start to fight over the judgment so that the judgment will not be affected. And I think that's not good in the case of this Labour Party. The judgment is clean and clear. Abure should step aside. The judgment is clean and clear. So when we say all of this now, people say, oh, what are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah. No. And please, another story that is making the rounds. That's why I say, I have to come out on my birthday and I must talk about the story. Why will Nigerians go out to protest against a draconian law, against, as regards cybersecurity law or something, and then the police forces are now saying that they are going to tear, and which they tear gas them? Can you imagine that? See the way them Showore people were treated yesterday. They tear gas them. They maliciously treated them. They treated them with a lot of disdain. They hurt them. Do you know the harmful effect of tear gas on the eyes, on the body, on the health? Do you know that part of the things that was alluded, that was mentioned, I know were not empirically proven, that gave the likes of Gani Fawe and me the lung cancer I had was his constant exposure to tear gas during protests. Do we know that tear gas itself is a cancerous substance? And the police do. Can't people protest in peace? And look at America. Over hundreds of thousands of people protested against Trump on Saturday. Did you hear that they were tear gassed? Why do we keep treating people like animals in this country? So you see, we don't do things right, and that's why day like when I just wanted to, keep. I can't keep quiet because things keep getting bad in Nigeria, and I'm committed to speaking my part. I'm not delusional to think I can change Nigeria. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not delusional, but it will be on a record, and history will prove me right that I said my bits, and I had strong positions as regards every matter that made Nigeria go forward, and that made Nigeria progress. That's my plea. I'm not delusional to think that everything will just change overnight. It will be the privilege of my lifetime if I can see the great changes in my lifetime in this country. And this country start to live its potential, and we start to leave all these terrible politicians alone. And it's so sad, and that's what Senator Dume was saying yesterday. This government especially has become very nepotistic in its outlook. There are many cases. See one allegation people sent to me as regards the NNPC new appointments. That is there not a case of conflict of interest that we should research? Most of them are directors in another oil company. Have they resigned? What is even going on? How will you employ people in the NNPC that are directors like 2 or 3 of them are directors in companies? Then also they are talking about why Yoruba again. Anyway, some people have also argued that they are Yoruba from the North Central, and the fact is that they hardly give Yorubas from the North Central everything. I'm against the marginalization of Yoruba from the North Central, but the optics also looks very bad. Look at some people that the papers are reporting that have been screened for ambassadorials, ethnic bigots, people that are abusing ethnic groups in this country. Those are the people we want to now send out to go and represent Nigeria as ambassadors. Ethnic bigots. People that sow discord, hate on social media. So is that how much we've depreciated as a country? Is that how much we've depreciated as a country? Is this Nigeria a Nigeria we're proud of? If our forefathers came back to this same land, can we show them and say, okay, it's a society that we should all be proud of? Look at the level of decadence and deprivation that is going on. You see, you can't build a society like that. And that's why it will be on record I speak every morning as a labor of love on VOP and every media possible. We cannot build a society this way. Nigeria is trying to hold a meeting to react to a couple of the Trump tariffs. They've been meeting at the Commonwealth event in England. A couple of other people were there, Peter Obi and the likes, a lot of other people, were there this morning. Let's see how that pans out. And the state of play of the economy is still under flux. Local government autonomy, the government blocked Council chairman from opening CBN accounts.
Yes, I was going to talk about that.
And there are challenges facing the implementation of Supreme Court judgment in Nigeria. You see, because those ones too are still trying to block things. Accountant General of Nigeria recently commenced talks on the modalities for LGA to open accounts with CBN for direct allocation, but they are reportedly facing challenges. How would they not face challenges when the powers that be always want to usurp the system? They always want to usurp the system. That's what happens. They always want to usurp the system. And when we talk now, people say, nothing is happening. And see, all of this is not starting to kill the economy so much that, we're talking the other day. Do you know that in the month of March alone, Naira has depreciated 2.4 to 2.6% in March alone? All right? the CBN has pumped in over 668 million cumulatively. In the space of since when the Trump tariff started, they pumped close to $200 million. The Naira keeps depreciating. All of those that support this government now, when Naira is depreciating, they are not going to come out and analyze it. It is when it's going up, they will come out and say, you can see it's working. And people are still being impoverished. Their lives have not changed. So what's the way for Nigeria? You see, because I believe, my sister, that this country has so much potential. It has so much capacity. And I don't know why we are suffering. When a country should have so much potential, so much capacity, so much grace. God has put a special grace upon this country. So it's just a very sad one. It's just a very sad. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rufai, did you see the story about Rivers Assembly Inferno? Excuse me, acquitted suspect alleged pressure to implicate Fubara's COS. That's four individuals who were previously arrested in connection with the burning of
No,
Rivers
now
State
we know
House
it's
of
all
Assembly.
politics, but the truth is, you can now see they're trying to force the suspect. This was the same inferno that the president, without having facts, and I still challenge Mr. President in this country, they should show us the security report that indicted Fubara, because a president in a statement said the governor did bomb his assembly. You can see a suspect under custody saying now they are trying to pressure him to name Fubara. So, you see, a president must be fair. And from day one, we have condemned Mr. President. That is not fair in this Wiki matter, because he has taken sides with Wiki from day one. So look at all the persecution. What is wrong if a president says, no, we'll call you to order, Wiki? But no, because of politics. Because of politics. And that's why a U.S. Law Institute DG is asking President Tinubu to reverse this emergency rule of law. Because see, this is an aberration. The Director General of the Institute of Law Research and Development, United Nations, US, has asked President Tinubu to reverse it's an aberration. There's no role for sole administrator. Sole administrator that is now making laws, now having his own budget. It's an aberration. It's on record that we spoke tall about these things and we fought against this nepotism and this level of high-handedness. It's an aberration. So let's and while all of this is happening, there's been attacks in Katsina. Did you hear of the terrorist attacks yesterday? Where gunmen I was listening on the BBC World Service yesterday. In fact, my colleague that I worked with on GFM radio in 2000 and from about 2004, 2005. It was one that was reporting for BBC. Chris Ewoko was my colleague. In Katsina, there were attacks. Gunmen came, hurt people. Hurt people. And so when people say insecurity is coming down, it's not true. It's not true. Katsina attacks, yes, the BBC is reporting it. Most of our national dailies are not picking it up as headlines. So most of these cases are underreported. If you go and check what's it called, BBC Pidgin, now you will see it there. For Funtua local government area, they said bandits entered some villages and carried over 50 people, that include women and children. The attackers killed 6 people. Later, there was another attack in Dandume local government area. One of the residents said around 10:30 p.m. in the night, they carried women and men and small children. Total about 53. But have you checked all your nationality? Are you seeing this as headlines? No. So because we are not spotlighting these things. I've been so accustomed to them. In a country that bandits carry about 53 people. I've been so accustomed to them. So all of these things are happening. That's why we here will report the truth to you people. We'll tell you the way it is. We will not hide anything for you because we want this country to grow. We want this country to grow. See, I'm checking front of newspaper. Show me one newspaper that is headline. But the world media is reporting and they are taking notes. So a lot of these things are happening. You should be careful. And we should make people who put in government count, not who are putting ethnic irredentists and naming them for government positions. People that cause discord. Probably the only newspaper that is carrying it this morning that I'm seeing is what's it called? It's the Daily Trust newspaper that it says 6 killed, 59 abducted as bandits invade Katsina community. It's their headline. All of this is happening. We are not talking about it enough. We are not amplifying it. If we amplify it now, they will say we are against the government. We are not against the government. We want Nigeria to be good. And we must speak truth to power at all times. Even if they don't want to hear the truth, we tell it the way it is, my sister.
The presidency has dismissed the reports of the sack claim of INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu. Some Nigerians would actually be happy to see him go, and some feel that before the 2027 elections, we'll have another INEC chairman.
For me, even if we have another, I don't want to hear the case of another Yoruba man being there. You see, me, my integrity will make me speak up. I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm not a Yoruba irredentist. If you're some Yoruba irredentist now, they will say it's a welcome development. That when Buhari too was there, he put a lot of Hausa people there. But we can't build a country that way. So for me, I feel the too many Yoruba names and appointments is getting too much. And people are complaining. And you put another person as INEC chairman. There are over 500 ethnic groups in this country, apart from the Yoruba ethnic group. So we can look for another person. We can go to the southeast. All right? But please, not another Yoruba person. So it's the president's prerogative to change. But also, you see what I have a problem with in this country is the fact that we don't have electoral reform. You know, by law, by fairness, not by law, because it's not put in law. By fairness, and these were the recommendations in the Ways report. The president is not even supposed to be the one to bring about to put in an INEC chairman. There's supposed to be a constitutive body that would vote on it by fairness, because you can't allow the president to put in an INEC chairman in an election he is going to participate. There's no how. It's an executive arm. But please, the president, since we don't have that law on ground, they did not implement fully the Ways report. Please, anybody the president puts, enough, let it spread around. Enough of this our nepotistic politics, please.
Thank you so much, Rufai, for joining me on Front Page Review this morning.
Thank you all for your birthday wishes.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
grateful.
yes. Do and enjoy your day. Have an amazing one.
Thank you. Bless
Yes,
you.
yes,
Bless
yes.
you. We spend it by. Thank
I
you
just have
for
to
the
ring the bell for
anointed. We spend it by giving more to charity over the weekend. You know, full packs of things for charity. And please, if you love me so much, all I want you to do is feed somebody around you on my behalf. A lot of people are hungry in this country. I did about 200 packs of food for people over the weekend, food stuff. But please, if I mean anything to you, help me feed people. People are hungry. And Nigerians don't need to be hungry because this country is so blessed. God bless you. I love you all.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing day and enjoy your birthday, Rufai. You're still tuned into the Front Page Review right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Chima Innocent. I've been your host and I've been speaking with Rufai Oseni. He's analyzing stories on the front pages of major Nigerian newspapers. We'll now take a short break, and when we return, the conversation continues. Don't touch that down.
Applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor. Through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television. Truly a voice for the people. From the views on the street
We go to bed empty hunger.
To the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lawn.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. From the views on the street,
We go to bed empty hunger.
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lawn.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. From the views on the street,
We go to bed empty hunger.
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lawn.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3
Welcome back to the
FM
front
became
page
a
review,
symbol
right here
for
on Voice of the
21st
People,
century media.
90.3 FM. My name is Chioma Innocent. I've been your host, and the conversation continues right here. We've actually looked at a number of stories that made the headlines on major Nigerian newspapers this morning. And of course, I spoke with Rufai Oseni, who gave you his own perspective on the issues. Today is Rufai's birthday, so send some good wishes his way. Very important, okay? If you love Rufai, send some good wishes his way. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday again, Rufai Oseni. I'm sure that a lot of people feel your impact. And Rufai has said to you, if you want to honor him for his birthday, feed someone around you. You know, he's not asking you to donate the money to him now to feed someone on your behalf. What does that remind you of? The House of Reps members who donated money to the president. All right. Yes, so feed someone around you, okay? Do something nice for someone around you. You can actually call in to be a part of the conversation this morning as it continues. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. If you call this number, you'll be able to reach us directly in the studios right here and air your opinion. Also, you can send messages on WhatsApp. Quite a number of people are already doing that. You can also call me up on WhatsApp. 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338. 99338. On WhatsApp, you can send a message or call the number on WhatsApp. Let's have a conversation. There's quite a number of stories in the news this morning. Hello, welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. What's your name and location, please? Hello.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Alexander
Where are you calling from, Alexander?
from Oworo.
Thank you for calling. Go ahead, please.
Please, firstly, let me congratulate my very good brother that celebrates his birthday today. I wish him many happy returns, many more prosperous years on the face of the earth, long life and prosperity. May the Lord Almighty continue to guide him as he liberates Nigerians out of the ignorance of the ruling government. May the Lord Almighty be with him in all his endeavor. In Jesus' name.
I'm sure he appreciates you. Thank you.
Firstly, we need not to trouble ourselves so much over the governors who refuse the council chairman and chairman having their own personal account. You can see the way they are now enjoying themselves. They are now going around greeting their past leaders and whatever, in the expenses of the nation. Why they collected the most highest donation, most highest revenue ever from the government. Times 4 of what they are giving to them as budgetary allocation is what this government is giving to them. And yet they refuse to do the needful to the public, especially the state they govern. Look at what they are happening now. They are now enjoying themselves like a maggot in the sheet.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your call. Appreciate it. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. If you call this number, you'll be able to say a bit. All right. Welcome to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Good morning.
Good morning, Choma.
Hi. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Patrick. I'm calling from Okota.
Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you very much. The governor is going to visit Buhari. Is that what they were elected to go and sit in their office and be doing? They don't have jobs. There is insecurity everywhere. Instead of them to put their head together and secure their state, they are leaving their line of duty to go and visit Buhari for what? This is the highest shame. These people, do they know that the world is watching Nigeria? When are we going to get people of integrity in this country who will sit down and look at themselves in the face and call a spade a spade? This is the biggest shame that they are giving out to us. It's very unfortunate. This is a very big disgrace. And now they are now allowing the governors to have access to the chairman to have access to their own account. Why are they violating the Supreme Court judgment? So we'll continue to have a chain of leaders that will not obey law. When are we going to have a good society hand over to the future generation that will take over from us? This is very disappointing. I don't know. Nigerian, let us come together and see how we can get the right people in the right position and put us in the right path. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Call the number to be a part of the conversation. It's about 16 minutes before 8 a.m. right here on the number one station that gives you a voice of the people 90.3 FM. You're tuned into the front page review. We're talking about the stories that made it to the front pages of major Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the local government autonomy issue, where governors are blocking council chairman from opening CBN accounts. We are also looking at the police busting the Lagos baby factory and rescuing 10 victims. I, for one, am happy about that. Naira shed 2.6% in March despite $668 million CBN intervention, and EFCC nabs fraudster buying bank accounts. This just makes me so concerned, because I'm concerned about the safety of my information is in the bank, that's in the vaults on the banks. And is my information not secure? Do fraudsters have access to my information, and what can they do with it, right? You don't want to be caught up in a situation whereby your information is being used to defraud someone, to scam someone, and then you get into trouble and you can't actually tell. They can't tell that it's not you doing it. So what are the banks doing to actually secure our information? That we all the information we gave them when we wanted to open bank accounts. 0803-692-9933. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, give me a call, 0803-692-9933. That's the number to call to be a part of the front page review this morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. My name is Basi from Jari Keja.
Welcome, Basi. Thank you for calling.
This is my first time calling Uganda.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I just want to wish Rufai Oseni happy birthday. And today also is my birthday. That's why I just called.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow. So I just want to wish my birthday master happy birthday. Is my idol. I've been watching him from all the way from Arise TV down here. I follow him anywhere he goes. May God bless him and keep him alive for us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And provide for him to give us a good update and guide us. We are young generation. We don't know what this country is all about. I don't know where we are going. But God will help us. God will really help us.
Thank you so much for your call. We do appreciate you, Basi. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. We're looking at the front pages of major Nigerian newspapers this morning. 6 killed and 59 abducted as bandits invade Katsina communities. It's quite appalling how many non-state actors who are involved in blatantly criminal activities that lead to tragic ends. It's so appalling how many of them that we can actually count, from Iswa, Boko Haram to bandits and armed headsmen to Lakurawa in different areas of the country. It's almost as if all of these people scattered themselves with different names and they're attacking Nigerians from more angles. Insecurity is ravaging the country much more than we know, and we can just sit here and talk about it. But one thing we'll continue to do is to call on the appropriate authorities to do what is necessary to secure the lives of Nigerians. A lot of us do not know any other home than here. And so when you sack people off of their ancestral lands, or you chase people out of their homes, or you abduct 59 people, how many people would you now really have in the community? Because everyone wants to run away. And it's in different states of the country. It's in more states now than it was 5 years ago, than it was 2 years ago. We'll continue to call on the appropriate authorities to actually look into insecurity and make sure it becomes a thing of the past, something that Nigerians can refer to as something that's no longer happening again. Good morning.
Good morning. VOP, how are you doing? Good morning.
We're doing great this morning. What's your name and location, please?
You have come right up and Salas. I'm calling you from Magodo this morning.
Welcome, comrade. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. We've experienced a lot of killings, not even today, but of recent, a different part of the north. In Plateau, in Katsina, you just mentioned, and so many other places. Why is Mr. President not declaring state of emergency in those states? There was no killing in Rivers State. There was only disagreement between Fubara and Wike. Fubara said, I am not going to be remitting state money into your cover. So for that reason, Wike got angry.
Okay, if you're saying that that's the cause of the problem, I don't know, between them, were you there when they had such a meeting to say you should remit state money into Wike's coffers? It's a lot of people would say it's more like Wike just wants to, control some elements in the state, the lawmakers, people who support him, and just use them to oppose the governor. Hello, are you there? Hello? All right, give me a call back. 0803-692-9933. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Am I innocent?
Hi, how you doing? Good morning.
I'm doing very fine. My name is Peter Monse from Temulu.
Welcome, Mr. Monte.
Ogami Rufai, God bless you. Good morning. You are for humanity. Like you said, you knew me from Inspiration FM. I follow you from then. See what you are doing for humanity. Your reward will be great in heaven. I pray God will give you the grace to make your journey to heaven. Now, Chama, where is Tinubu today? That they say is the president of Nigeria. CUPP is saying that he should sit down here and stop traveling. I want to add my voice there to tell everybody, you can understand Tinubu, that Tinubu, as I want to allege, I don't think he loves Nigeria. And I don't think he came to serve Nigeria. If democracy is the government of people, for the people, and by the people, where is this government for the people? When the economy, Naira, has been bastardized, common toothpaste that I used to buy 350 naira before the coming in of April. Yesterday, I bought that same toothpaste for 2,300. Where is the money? And then all the killings in Nigeria, Tinubu is not here. I mean, to give presidential order and tell them where to stop. And then I think Katsina State is the state of Muhammadu Buhari that was the president of this country. So people are still being kidnapped. It's only when we talk on the radio, we quote the past leaders. Then it's like we are just entertaining ourselves and entertaining people by talking on the radio. Chama, there was a leader in this country that said, if insurgency lasts for more than 48 hours, the government hand is in it. This one in Nigeria, can't I be safe? Can't I be correct to say that the federal government of Nigeria is having hand in insurgency? You refuse to release the list of more than 400 people that UAE gave to you for terrorizing killing Nigerians. You don't release that list. You refuse to take a stand to stamp out insurgency in Nigeria. You don't talk. You sit in France, a country that are built by people, where there is security, where there is light. I am telling you, since the Sunday of Salah, up to Sunday of yesterday, up to today, we don't have light in Shomolu. A week and 2 days today, no light.
Have you talked to the disco that services your area?
Yeah, we in fact, when you call them, when you talk to them, they don't respond. Now, I want to bring out something. Tinubu told us when he was campaigning, he said, if I don't stop estimated billing, if I don't give you 24 hours electricity, don't vote for me for 2027. So he has taken his stand. Nigerians, don't forget this. Tinubu does not deserve to come back in 2027. Forget about.
You're already campaigning against him on your own. Thank you so much, Mr. Monte.
That's what he told me. I will stand on that. He doesn't deserve to come back. He does not love Nigeria.
We appreciate your call.
To rescue this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of the conversation this morning. Welcome to Front Page Review. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for calling.
My name is Paul from Ebeda. First and foremost, let me wish Rufai Oseni a happy birthday. And Adib, too. Let me wish them happy birthday. And may the Lord bless them. Now, quick to the issue. Hello?
I'm with you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Abure should understand that Labour Party became what it is today as a result of.
Hello, are you there? Hello, can you hear me? All right, please call back. Unfortunately, I could no longer hear you. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, Chama, good morning.
Hi, how are you doing today? Good morning.
Fine, my sister. How are you?
How are you? Well, thank you.
Happy birthday to Rufai Oseni.
I'm sure he appreciates it.
All his benevolence, God will replenish. He will never lack. He will have more than enough because he's God ambassador. In Jesus' name. Long life and prosperity.
Thank you.
His family is blessed in Jesus' name. And they can enjoy a quick recovery for him. Quick recovery. God will remove that sickness.
We appreciate that. He'll be here very soon.
God will remove it for him and give it to Gisele.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, so, the people, you see the response of police yesterday. You see how police responded nationwide against the protesters. So you see that Nigerian police, what they are doing. Helicopters were flying all over Abuja, everywhere police were going. They carry all those tear gas they wasted yesterday on innocent Nigerians, hungry Nigerians, sick Nigerians that are dying every day. That came out to air their view. Police is throwing tear gas. If they go to Zamfara, Katsina, and if they have thrown that tear gas in Katsina forest, I'm telling you, they will not come out to kidnap those 59 people in Katsina. Now, Buhari ran away from Katsina and went to Kaduna. Why can't Buhari stay in Katsina now? The insecurity, the problem he caused now has festered everywhere. He ran away from his place. He did not solve any problem in this country. He escalated it. He increased the problem. this security we have that we already have hand in it. He ran to Kaduna because Kaduna is more quiet. And the governors went to visit Buhari. Buhari is supposed to be in prison now. He finished this country, the 30 trillion naira they printed to Buhari. There is nothing he uses to do. He has converted the money to dollars. And they are going to visit in this country. We are celebrating evil. And that is the one problem we have. Nigerian police should learn how to fight evil.
But the people who visited him are the APC governors, they are members of his party. It could be a
they are the problem we have in this country. If you look at the APC governors, the way they are winning election, Nigeria doesn't like them. This government is the APC is the most hated in this country. In the history of Nigeria, APC party is the most hated party in Nigeria. Nigeria is hated APC. They are imposing themselves on us. After election, they will do mago. So they write certificates, they write results before killing in places. Look at killing in Benue. And the APC government is keeping quiet. Is it good? Killing human beings like they are killing fowls. God bless you.
Thank you for your call. I do appreciate you. 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. Call the number to be a part of the conversation this morning. It's the front page review. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and location, please?
It's okay, calling from Ekada.
Welcome. Okay. Go ahead, please.
Honestly, I want to talk about the cleaning in Katsina, right?
Okay.
The problem is that yes, with southern leaders are serving the northern people.
You really
That's
think
why.
so?
Yeah, I think so. They believe that if you want to win an election, you must align with the north. And if you align with them, so whatever that has happened there, it doesn't concern you as a president. Nigeria, so how can you kill the judge? They kill 50. Now they kill 50, and the leader is. And the president is Southeast and South. They have not killed anybody. If you go there, it's being militarized. You can't breathe. They are brutalizing people every day. Honestly, we are this one Nigeria of a thing is a scam. This is a place that we need all military to go and save people over there. Our leaders keep quiet.
But don't you think our military is trying their best, though? Like, they are actually doing as much as, they are commanded to with the kind of weapons that they have. Recall when they were ambushed in their camp in Borno State, right?
They are not doing their best because every year they budget money for them for weapons and all this. They squander the money. They want the war to continue.
They squandered the money. How did they squander the money? How much is allocated to actually equip the military every year?
1 naira. Why can they work for 10 years? Have not ended. And you say people are not benefiting from it? This is the pure truth. Where our leaders are concentrating, where, like River said, where money will come, where the people doesn't concern them. They are pity Nigerians.
Thank you for your call. Thank you for your call. I do appreciate you. 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of the conversation this morning. Hello, good morning. Turn down very my radio set, please.
Hi, Choma. Good morning.
I'm good morning. What's your name and location, please?
Okay, my name is Mr. Matthew. I'm calling from Ujigbo.
Welcome, Mr. Matthew. Go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. With this series of terrorist activities in the country, I called last week. We should call the attention of the National Security Advisor. He should address Nigerians. What is really the problem? We are getting into a very bad situation. The new Ribadu should speak to Nigerians. His position, he shouldn't be silent. He should see what is happening overseas. America, whenever there's any killing, internal security, you see them coming out to talk to Nigerians, the people. This is the problem. This is what we have done. If he's not ready to do that, he should resign. Nigerians they are dying every day. It is getting to every state in the country. Tell that man to resign. He should resign. Let us look for a fresh blood. Somebody with better idea on how to combat terrorism. He is outdated. He is not doing anything. That is where our problem is lies. He is not advising the president. The president is not doing anything. And everywhere in Nigeria is terrorism. And somebody is sitting down as National Security Advisor. What is he advising? What is he advising?
It's not just the National Security Advisor. You know, when it comes to insecurity, you cannot just blame one person for the fact that it's not been crushed, right? We have the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Defense Staff, we have the Minister of Defense, we have the Minister of State for Defense. So our security apparatus is in the hands of a lot of people. If you want to question, you have to question across board and not just blame only the National Security Advisor.
No, I'm coming, Choma. My point here is, this is the man, they point out to the president. He advises the president. The president now gives directive to those people you just mentioned. This is on my table from the National Security Advisor. This is what is happening. So, Army staff, do this. Navy staff, do this. Do this. He sees Ribadu every day. He hears from Ribadu every day. That is why I'm calling on Ribadu.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your call. We need to go on a short break right now. You're still tuned into the Front Page Review on Voice of the People on 90.3 FM. I'm your host. My name is Chioma Innocent. It's time for us to go on a short break. And when we return, the conversation continues. You know that in the meantime, you can drop your message on WhatsApp, 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. Drop a message. And when I come back, you can call me up. Please stay tuned to Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. From the views on the street,
We go to bed empty hunger.
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's law.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. From the views on the street,
We go to bed empty hunger.
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's law.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger.
People 90.3 FM. I'm your host. My name is Chioma Innocent. In the course of this conversation, since 7 a.m., we actually spoke to Rufai Oseni, who gave his own analysis and perspective on the issues that made major headlines on the news, on major newspapers this morning. It's also his birthday, so send your good wishes his way. I'm sitting in for Jude Ikami. Jude, he's a favorite of yours. Right now, he's under the weather, so please just give him some good wishes from your heart, okay? That's what he needs at this moment, so that he can actually feel strong enough to come back here and give you what you love. It's the front page review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. The conversation continues. Quite a number of stories that made it to the front page this morning. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Chioma Innocent. I was talking before. I don't know whether you cut me off.
I did not do that. My apologies. I think there was a network interruption.
Okay. Yeah, what I was saying, this is Paul from Egbeda. What I was saying is that Abure should not think that he can achieve anything with LP without Peter Obi and Alex Uti. All this while Labour Party have been existing, but they were little known as far as Nigerian politics were concerned. So, as a barrister or a lawyer he claims he is, he should respectfully obey the Supreme Court ruling because it was clear that his tenure has expired. All these things he's doing, he should tell those who are sponsoring him that Nigerians were not fools. Wherever Peter B is where the obedient movement and most of Nigerians will go. Because we know he's a good man that has good conscience. So Abure should know it, that we know the game he's playing, but that game is not going to work for him. And if worse come to worse, we are ready to move with Peter B to wherever he thinks he's sent. Abure should know that we recognize the game he's playing, but it's not going to succeed in it. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of the conversation this morning. It's the front page review. We're looking at certain issues on the Labour Party debacle. Actually, when I think about the fact that just 2 weeks ago, Peter Obi himself was saying there's no crisis within the party. It's just people speculating and spreading rumors that are not true. He says within the party everything is fine. But then the Nanadi Usman Caretaker Committee is with Alex Oti and the Peter Obi. It's almost as if the Labour Party right now is now so factionalized, with everybody recognizing their own leader, who's different from the person that every other person, is supporting. And it's quite unfortunate because Labour Party came and positioned itself as that party that understands the needs of the average Nigerian. And come to us, we know what we're doing. We're fielding a candidate that is running on the basis of integrity and what a lot of people have deemed as genuine love for Nigeria and the desire to take Nigeria from consumption to production. But right now, what the Labour Party is looking like, it's just like every other political party. Some Nigerians believe, hey, the Labour Party is just like any other party. They just want power. All politicians are the same. Anyway, join me to be a part of the conversation this morning. 0803-692-9933. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, though. Are you?
I'm good. What's your name and location, please?
I'm Godswill. I'm calling from Africa.
Welcome, Godswill.
So my take on this Labour Party Wahala is, I just feel like Abure is just, I think he's being used. I'm just speculating, but if actually the goal of the Labour Party is to
capture the leadership of Nigeria and actually shape it to the ideas of P2B. And I feel like that should be like the point of everything should align with their values. But I think Abure is not really, like, he's actually deviating. I think he's there for two things. He's either there for his own selfish ambition, or he's there just to derail the obedience movement. And I feel like the second option, the second objective here is what I think Abure is up to. I think he's being used by the opposition, by the main opposition, to derail.
But why would Abure be used by the opposition to actually distort his own party? Is it because of the presence of Peter Obi in the party? If he wasn't there, would the opposition that you speak about be interested in the Labour Party? Would they actually pose any kind of threat to the major political parties or the ruling party?
Okay, look at this. It is clear and obvious that his tenure has expired. If his aspiration is for the growth of the party and for Labour Party to capture the leadership of Nigeria, I think whatever he's doing will align with these two objectives. But he's not doing it. So it's very obvious that just the way that we are some molds in PDP from the APC, talk about the wikis, talk about the Koala or whatever his name is, like who was the media office, whatever of article. Then you find out that they are actually Abure is just like a mole in Labour Party who is claiming to be the leader.
He's been part of the party even before Peter Obi came in. For you to say he's trying to destroy the party because of him.
I know. Was which not in PDP before APC came to power? Was Parla not in PDP before APC came to power? So I think Abure is just a mole in APC and to derail the obedient movement. Obedience should be wise. That this man is trying to derail your movement. Please, he should do it. He's telling how to let him give way. Let them conduct elections and let a new chairman be elected so that this party can move forward. 2027 is just in 2 years' time. No much time to organize themselves. I don't know what they are doing. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. Do appreciate you. Let's take some of your messages now on WhatsApp 0817175638. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the conversation.
Hello. Good morning.
How you doing? Thank you for holding on.
I am not bad at all, my sister. You see, sometimes if you don't have self-respect, you don't know when others are disrespecting you. Okay? As a matter of fact, I think Labour Party is what it is because of Peter Obi. Yeah, Abure has been there before Peter Obi came, we know. But no Peter Obi, no Labour Party. I think it's high time for Peter Obi to suspend his church mind and put on his political mind. Leave this party. You can start a new party and still shock them. Obi does not even understand his own value. Obi underestimates his own value. For you to beat Jaga, what's his name again? In his own state, you beat him, conquer him. Do you think that was a joke? The only threat, the only thing that caused Tinubu sleepless night right now is Peter Obi. And
really, the state of the nation is not causing him sleepless nights.
Oh no,
it doesn't concern him. Is that what you're saying?
What concerns him with state of the nation? The only thing that causes him sleepless nights is Obi's ability to mobilize, his magnetizing capability, and his reproducibility capability. It's what causes Tinubu sleepless nights. And lastly, Nigerian police should please. It is not the job of the police to advise protesters on how to engage with the government. Police is not an extension of the government. You are an agency that is created by law to protect the people. And don't push the people to the war. Don't push the people to the war. Hostility begot hostility. If you don't want the people to be hostile to you, don't be hostile to them. Have a good day.
Thank you for your call, Remy. Do appreciate you. 0803-692-9933. 9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of the conversation. Yes, you can also send messages on WhatsApp 0817 175 6338. All right, let me take some of your messages on WhatsApp. Why is the government of the day left the objects to pursue shadows? We are witnessing killing all over the country. Instead of government to deploy police, air force, and soldiers to crack them down, they're chasing armless protesters against bad governance. Where is the government of President Tinubu that promised Nigerian security? Benjamin from Shogunle, from Mazi Ugochukwu, aka Elder General Isheri Oshun. Protesting in Nigeria is like a child crying to a deaf father. May God help this country. Labour Party is being controlled by power-drunk politicians from another party. Okay, thank you for your message. Good morning, Choma. My sincere condolences to the family of the people that died in Ogun accident. May their souls rest in peace. Amen. And for our man, Judah Ikami Judah, we pray for his quick recovery from HRHBC Nwoko in Oshodi. Thank you for your message. Greetings to you, Chioma Innocent. Prince Ayatek from Arena Market. Then I ask, is there no longer freedom for peaceful protest in the country? Why will police disrupt the protesters, or do the federal government do the needful and people protest? These are the problems that we have in this country, and with these hand, the country will never work. Nigerians, wake up and take what belongs to you. Nothing good will come out of grab and run government. Let them release Nnamdi Kanu. Prince Ayatek, thank you for your message. Good morning, Chioma. Please, can you remind me the role that police should play towards the protest? Is it to assault protesters and use tear gas to chase them away, or to protect them? So this government does not want any form of protest despite the hardship, suffering, and several killings all over this country. History will judge. History will judge. Chude from Ayetur. Thank you for your message. A happy, wonderful birthday to you, Mr. Rufai Oseni. Many more years of healthy and lively service to fatherland. May God continue to bless you. To bless you, Pascal Chimeze from Ikeja. Good morning. Trump's economic policy is simple. He marches your country with reciprocal tariffs. If Nigeria wants America to reduce the tariff, let them reduce the tariff they impose on American goods too. Until we move from consumption to production, our economy will keep on dwindling. On the issue of peaceful protest, which is our fundamental human right, okay, from Chief Udo. Thank you for your message, Chief Udo. I salute you gallantly, my gallant and great female radio presenter on the house. Good morning. Thank you so much, OC Moral. I do appreciate you. Julius Abure has been sacked by the Supreme Court. The judges also said his tenure has expired. The stakeholders must deploy every available means to enforce the judgment and remove Abure. Meanwhile, the use of tear gas against peaceful protesters is alarming. The right to protest against the government is guaranteed right in the Nigerian Constitution. Nigerians must wake up and begin to choose the best of us to rule the rest of us, to get the best from us. May God help and heal our land. Franco Nero from the US. Thank you for your message, Franco Nero. Good morning. Trump tariff has nothing to do with what APC is doing to the Nigerian economy. Naira has been falling since Mr. President took over. Till now, Naira has nothing to write home about. So tell Mr. Rufai that Trump's decision on tariff should be separated from what APC is doing to Nigeria's economy. Good morning. Happy birthday, Rufai Oseni. Long life and prosperity and good health. You guys call this program conversation, but our participation is diminishing per day, which makes it boring. You need to manage time better. Okay. Thank you for your message. I met you from Mafoluku. We appreciate you and your observation. John Hollis from Okota. My take this morning is that Nigeria is not yet running on people-oriented constitution that will not allow executive to appoint INEC chairman and chief justice of Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Good morning, Chairman and VP family. Let people stop sharing the false narrative that state and local government devaluation and inflation have rendered our Naira useless. Individuals know what inflation and devaluation have done to everyone. On security, the federal government seems unaware of the magnitude of these scourge. Does this suggest that our security forces cannot bring this insecurity to an end? Chima from Sulere, you're asking that question. Anyway, it's time for me to go. Unfortunately, I cannot take all of your messages. I do hope you will forgive me. Chika Iro Adigbowana VOP is right here. Good morning, Chika. How are you doing today? Happy Tuesday.
Good morning.
Hope you're still riding on your birthday high.
Yeah, the spirit is still in me. I'm also using this opportunity to wish Rufai.
Yes.
We are in the same month. If you also check, you know that we carry the same spirit. You understand, Choma? So, Mr. Rufai Oseni, happy birthday. Many more years ahead. Mr. Rufai Oseni, I only said, may God continue to bless you in Eke Market Day, Ori Market Day, Afo Market Day, and Nkwo Market Day.
Thank you so much, Chika. What are you looking at this morning? I'm seeing this story that some suspects who have been discharged and acquitted are saying some people are pressuring them to actually implicate Edison Ehie, who is Fubara chief of staff. Meanwhile, do you remember he recently alleged that some people wanted to pay him 5 billion to impeach Fubara?
A lot is happening in Rivers, and a lot has still coming out. More Nigerians should just expect more. You see this 6 months suspension of Fubara and Co. A lot is going to happen. There will be more revelations, more confessions.
There will be more revelations and confessions, according to Adigbo. All right, Ogendigbo will begin very, very shortly. I'll be back by 10:30 a.m. for continuation, and I'll read all of your messages, your chats, your views, and of course, I'll take your calls as at that moment. We'll also be having some exclusive interviews, so do stay tuned. Ogendigbo, Nabia.